Welcome to the moment only a couple of you have been waiting for. This is Rust Reformer versus Primer on Rust Part 2, the conclusion. On a little backstory first, okay. On May of 2016, I posted a video, just a little experiment I did for myself. I found a rust-oleum rust reformer in the store in Home Depot, I think it was, and decided to give it a shot, see if it held up to any claims that it prevented rust or stopped rust. And that one video alone, back from May 2016, accounts for roughly 70% of my channel views. I did not expect that video to take off. I got a lot of good feedback. Prompted me in October of 2016 to kind of redo the experiment a little bit. So that's what I did. That was your Rust Reformer versus Primer on Rust Part 1. Now, after I set up the piece, which I'll put the link in the description, you're welcome to go down and watch that video, but I'll try to explain things as we go here. That is an annoying motorcycle or whatever that is. I'll try to explain as we go along what we did in case you haven't seen the old video. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers in the past year. That original video, it's got over 110,000 views, which I'm lucky if any of my other videos I've ever posted since I've been on YouTube have gone over 10,000. So I don't know what it was. I guess I hit the YouTube lottery on that one. It's helped me out, so I appreciate that. But so October 6th is when I posted the revisited video. I did the test piece. I used rust reformer, rust-oleum rust reformer, rust-oleum sandable primer, and just some regular rust-oleum enamel. And I had a test piece. I divided it in half, and one side I did no prep at all. The other side I prepped as far as with the wire brush. Now, there's no solution, there is no spray solution for rust that really works 100%. The best way to do it really is just to get rid of the rust, whether it's grinding it away or replacing the metal if it's too far gone. But that wasn't really the point of this test. The point of this test was more of a cheap and quick way to maybe get a couple, 2-3 years more out of something, like, for instance, that rusted through crappy dump trailer that I welded on for hours, which is working great, by the way. So the point of the test was not to fix the rust, really. It's to see how these products, well, mainly it was to see if Rust Reformer held any juice to its claims. I think we got some surprising results. After I did the test piece, I sat it out in the yard. Well, it was a concrete slab in the yard, but it's been in the sun, in the rain, in the hurricaneados, and when I went to go get it a few minutes ago, it had dead grass clippings on it. I mean, it was subjected to quite a bit, just as you were to have anything sitting out in the yard over a prolonged amount of time. So I can sit here and keep bumping my gums about it, or I can just show you what happened. Let's check it out. So here's our test piece. I took it out in the sun. That way we could see a little bit better. If you watched the first video, you'll know this is a trailer hitch, a bolt-on trailer hitch that came off of the Firebird. 25 years worth of rusting. So on this side, I hit it with a wire brush, knocked all the loose rust and scale off. The middle, I didn't do anything to. I left it as a control. And on the left side, I didn't do anything but throw paint on it. So I painted right over that scaly, rusty crap. And I think we got some interesting results that we can conclude from this, if I don't get ate up by mosquitoes. Alright, so here is your rust reformer on a semi-prepped surface. As you can see, there are rust spots coming through after it's sat for a year. For the enamel, I think the enamel did a little bit better. I really don't see a whole lot of rust spots coming back through. I see a few, but that's it. And then the primer, just the regular sandable primer, it did better than the rust reformer, but I don't think it did as well as the enamel, but not by much. And if we move over to the non-prep side, I didn't do anything but spray on the products, and look at that. That tells you one thing right there. When you're painting something, if you don't prep it, it doesn't come out near as well and last as long. So that's the unprepped side rust reformer. You see all the rust spots coming through. The white spots really accent it. So you've got the unprepped side versus this prep side, so you can see the difference. The prep side did better, but I'm not sold on the rust reformer. Now on the unprepped side for the enamel, pretty much the same thing. It did worse than the prepped side. And when I say prepped, again, I'm not talking prepped like I took it down to bare metal. All I did was knock off the loose rust. And same story with the primer. Alright, I've been posting updates on this on Instagram and also in the comments of the part 1 video. And I know a couple of you have been following along waiting. This was a 1-year experiment, so it wasn't anything that, you know, we could hurry up and do overnight or anything like that. So let's go back over to the truck and have a little chat about the results. Alright guys and girls, so I'm not sold on rust reformer. It actually did worse than the primer and the regular just rust-oleum enamel. Is it worth the extra money for the rust reformer? No, I don't think so. Like I said, this has been a 1-year test of out in the elements. And if I had to draw a conclusion, you can draw your own conclusion, but if I had to draw a conclusion, I would just buy the regular enamel, just coat it and go to town. Obviously, if it's something that means a lot to you, take the time, do the proper prep work, replace or get rid of the rust any way you can before doing anything with it. So that pretty much wraps it up. 1 year later, rust reformer versus primer on rust, part 2, the conclusion. Alright guys, if you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments, and we'll catch you guys later on Chaos Garage.